What's up, YouTube? Shawn DaGamer here, bringing you another video talking about TNA Imapct Wrestling. And I want to elaborate on something I addressed in my little 3-part mini-series with my cousin. And I said, if TNA wants to survive and be profitable again as a company, they need to change who they are completely. Like, the TNA, anybody you go to, no matter what, the TNA brand is damaged. First of all, TNA, we all know what, TNA really stands for, and that's the first thing people are going to think about. And then, over the past decade and a half, the name has been tarnished to a point where it needs to be changed to something completely unrecognizable. And the idea that I pitched in the little 3-part series, I know it was probably a little bit incoherent. It was just something me and my cousin, we were talking wrestling, and I was like, this is something that we need to do. But I said they need to become a global import for wrestling brands and wrestlers all over the world. What I mean by that is, as you know, WWE is currently about to do their global cruiserweight series. And that is going to import, cruiserweights from all over the world, including New Japan, Ring of Honor, Evolve, Chakra, a whole bunch of different wrestling promotions from around the world, and giving the opportunity for maybe the brand or ROH brand and maybe the Chakra brand to expose themselves, to the world, giving them that little extra boost that they need. And maybe, of course, it's a tryout for certain talents. And I feel like TNA needs to go that route forever. They need to have, they can have like a main roster of maybe like 20 talents. But they need to be a place where, hey, we're going to have this New Japan guy take on this AAA guy. Or we're going to have this our TNA guy take on this Evolve guy. Or this Evolve guy is going to come in and do this. TNA just needs to be a platform where different talent from around the world can come show themselves, and that'll be a good thing. Because think about it, if you keep your name, your draws, your big stars like a Matt Hardy, a Jeff Hardy, something like that. As of this taping, James Storm is still there. EC3, you have your Tyruses and whatnot, your Knockouts division. You can do that, but as a whole, you need to be different than totally different from NXT, WWE, Ring of Honor, all that stuff, because that's where they felt to begin with. They tried to do their whole little Monday Night Wars things. I think I said it like 3 or 4 times in videos now, but TNA is kind of like my WCW. In the more ways than one. I started watching wrestling in the early 2000s, 2001, around the end of the Attitude Era, things like that. And so I feel like, of course I've done my research, I've done my history. I don't want to say a wrestling aficionado, but I'm a devoted wrestling fan. Like how people can go back and tell you things about football, basketball, their favorite sports. I can tell you a lot of stuff about wrestling, and I feel like TNA is treading on the same waters, or they are in the same waters. They're in the deep end of the pool that WCW found themselves in. And we can go into the whole thing about the management and things like that, but we're not here to talk about that. I'm just saying to fix them, change the name to TNA. I said what was the Impact global something, Impact Global Wrestling or something, or Impact Invitational Wrestling, IIW, something like that. Something different, something that's not TNA, something that's not what people are used to. They need to go off TV for at least 3 months, period. You can show reruns, of all the good stuff. Show classic TNA matches. Show the old 2004, 2005, 2006 TNA. Show some of the stuff with aces and eights. Just have a highlight show over the next couple of months and just completely rebrand. They need to find Dixie Carter. If you don't know, I have to talk about this a little bit to elaborate my point. They're pretty much belly up at this point. They're on their last gasp. Money is really tight. Talent isn't getting paid on time, and when they are getting paid, it's not really that much. That's why you see them working everywhere else. And you know, some talent have exclusive contracts. Maybe like I think Matt Hardy has an exclusive contract. James Storms, as of this recording of 4/22/2016, April 22nd, 2016. You know, those people that they still have, you know, I don't know if they're getting paid on time, if they're getting paid scraps as well. But see, that's not my business. I just know as a company and as a brand, we need a TNA to be around. We need as many wrestling companies as there are, so people can get exposed more. You know, like at the Miracle Matt Bennett, Maria Kanellis is back. Christy Hemme just said she's parting ways with the company. I think she will fit great down in NXT as another ring announcer or something. You know, put her on Raw as a backstage commentary. Having her back will, you know, will be fun. You know, she's greatly improved. She's not wrestling anymore. She's ring announcing, and it works for her. She'll be great. You know, pre pay-per-view matches. You know how they have the whole little round table before then. I don't want to start poaching off talent. I think I've said who I want to come to WWE, NXT, and all that enough. But I just want, as a brand, TNA needs to reinvent themselves, evolve, and become something new, something fresh, and something that can keep them around. Whether how they have to do it, whether people have to get fired, we need more mainstream wrestling on TV. We have NXT, SmackDown, Raw, New Japan, Ring of Honor, but the more the merrier. You know, it's like watching different basketballs or football games on different channels or something like that. It's all the same thing. It's all basketball. It's all sports. You know, we need all sports entertainment, all wrestling, you know, on different platforms to help grow the fan base, grow the support. You know, people already have their negative connotations about the brand of, you know, wrestling itself. So the more that's out there that's, you know, quote unquote pure wrestling, like a Ring of Honor or New Japan, NXT, things like that, people are seeing that. And then of course you have to have the sports entertainment side, you know, Raw and SmackDown. But the more fresh, you know, quote unquote pure wrestling that's out there, the better for everybody. I think that's all I wanted to say about this. If you have your thoughts about what I just said, or if you think I'm wrong, all that good stuff, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Share the video out with your friends. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on all types of social media other than YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch, all linked in the description down below. And with all that being said, I am Shawn DaGamer, and I am out of here.